Hello, America. This is Eddie Marcus here again. I prepared and post the other day Heaven's Greatest Secret. And in that secret was the pathway, the steps to living on this earth free of the pain and suffering that we endure every day. And I feel that giving you that information, it was not necessary to produce any other posts. However, I didn't pass last night, and I'm here today, and I can't actually let a day pass if I can't say something to you, if I haven't learned anything about life that should help you from day to day. I was thinking about the incident that happened with the plane and the helicopter over DC crashing. That was a sad moment. It appears that every human being who heard about that, who are familiar with what happened, their hearts should be broken. The children that were dedicated to playing a part in what you call the American process, and all of this destroyed. Now, there was some negligence someplace. We don't know where it is or where it is at this time. But it gives us something to think about. Think about it in this country, where for the most part, we as citizens basically thought that when you put people in positions of power, these people are qualified. These people are dedicated to protect the citizens of this nation. And now we have a president who is concerned about punishing people, is concerned about trying to look strong by stepping and stomping on the weak and moving other people out of the way so that he can have that access, which is a sad statement. But at the same time, it is a statement for people, for adults, for mature people to stop acting like children. The president is acting like a 2-year-old, many have said, but the nation is acting as if they are just kids as well. There is no way that an adult would allow a kid to do stupid things. And you got 300 and some million people in America that's jumping and bending down to a kid who's doing stupid things. No, you don't need a law to put him in place, because that's temporary. That's temporary. You need to stand up and do the right thing. Get that kid out of the playground and put him someplace else where he can go and play and have no effect on others. And this is real. The fact that the incident happened with the plane and the helicopter, it should be a reminder to everyone how serious this matter is. And it also should be a reminder to you that all of the politicians, whether you're Republican or Democrat, whether you're white or black, that stood in allowing Donald Trump to do the kinds of things that he is doing, they are just as responsible of whatever is negligent, they call that plane crash, to happen to America. And it is a sad statement, but that it has been exposed to you, my friends, so that you can do the right thing. They got some guys that Trump is trying to put in office, and most of the people, or as many people, are trying to say these guys are detrimental to the cause of America. And yet they're sitting there, and when they got a record, when they've been talking to your enemy, when they've been threatening what they're going to do to you, and then they come and lie to you, lying is their number one game. The deceptive thing is their number one game. Come and telling you what they're going to do, how you can trust them. That is stupid for you to even talk to them. They shouldn't have even been there. Well, when somebody said we're going to nominate them, you should have just, we ain't coming because we're not concerned about that. We're not dealing with you. Well, that's just the way you could deal with it, and you would deal with it if you cared. So you need to have a heart. If you don't have a heart, you can get railroaded into anything. Now, before I made that post about Heaven's Greatest Secret, I had put some words together that I wanted to share with you, and I decided not to because that was most important. The other post was most important. But now, since I got another day, I think I'd like to share this with you. Now, I wrote it down, and I'm reading it, and I might stagger here and there, but understand the message is genuine. America, you are truly under attack. Project 2025 is to destroy the dreams and the aspirations of 330 million individuals. You have lived your life as long as you have, and now there are those that plan to take it away. Your entire life You have been robbed by multi-millionaires and billionaires. All the American people have suffered this robbery. Now they are putting into play that which would allow them to take over the country. And you are counted to be too dumb and too afraid to do anything about it. These are the most evil people in this country. They never speak the truth when it matters. They are deceivers and liars. 2020, they attacked the nation in response to lies and deception. Now, we in all America, we know of their lies. They never stopped lying and cheating. Now they are back in the seat of power with a plan to rob all that is America and reduce the citizens to pigs and cattle and snakes while they walk around as gods. We must not allow them to be successful in this attempt. 2020, they lied to cause January 6th. Today, we know they lied, and we must not allow them to get away with this evil. They are planning pain and suffering for all Americans, including white folks. They do not care for whites. They use white supremacy as a tool to divide. There are at least 250 million American citizens that are not MAGA. We are legal and have the right to rise up and run every one of the guilty parties from this country. Rise up and run these guilty parties away from this country. This may include the Republican senators, Republican House, Supreme Court, criminal Trump, and every office holder that's been installed along with the billionaires that financed it, as well as those familiar with and were going to allow it to happen. Yes, we know now that they stole the election of 2024. We know that they are sending immigrants from this country in an attempt to weaken us when rebellion takes place. More rebellion takes place, should I say. It is time plans are made to come together. Every one of us, not a part of this theft. Yeah, every one of us that's not a part of this theft, old and young, parents and children, and run this snake and his slivers from America. The Democrats can be a part of this rebellion, but they are not qualified to lead against the military and all their money and all that their money can buy. Only God can lead us, and God's plan will allow us to live as if we are in heaven. We see the pain and suffering they have already revealed. There is no question that they are as evil as can be. They got Satan running their show. We must have God. So open your hearts now and allow God to speak to every one of you. Prepare for the change. Prepare for the best world order we can have with the evil out of this country. And remember this is not a secret. This is not a secret that I'm telling you today. This is public. I want the world to see the hand of God. Show them some love that everyone can see. This is not me. This is us under the influence of love, justice, and God. Heaven's greatest secret is ready to be revealed and to live. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say that because of who I am, and I was shaped and formed by something else, but I can have compassion and empathy, not just for myself, my family, but for the people of this world, even those lost ones, the ones that's causing all this pain and suffering. When I say run them from the country, I'm not talking about killing them, destroying them. I'm saying take away that ability for them to manipulate and for us to buy into their lies. Now is the time for us to really shine, because all of the ugliness that you think about hell, when you watch TV and the movies, you see devils with horns on and all ugly and stuff like that. This is what's happening in this country. And if you don't see that ugliness, if you don't see the horns on people's head, and I don't mean literally, but if you don't see it, it's because your heart is blocked. And maybe that's not your fault, but it's going to be required that you, my friends, yield, because anything that causes you to hate, that's on you. I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your moment. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that you will wake up, that you will not allow Donald Trump and all of his sycophants to destroy this nation. I'm praying that you wake up and do something about it. I do know that if you don't wake up and if you don't do something about it, it might require something as awful as a flood. It might require something as awful as this whole nation burning up in order to straighten up. And God forbid, none of us want either of those. Until next time, Eddie Marcus say goodbye for now.